Hi there! Today I'm going to start on the crossbeams. The back end of the crossbeam is laminated plan, and the front crossbeam is laminated curved. So as you see on this detail, the front crossbeam is curved with a drop of 12.7 centimeters from the midpoint to the porthole end point here. To get this curved detail, I will curve cut some of the planks to take the bend. So first let's spread some coverage to take care of any sawdust. As a drop from the midpoint to the side is 12.7 centimeters, and this plank is 12 centimeters. I need to extend the planking. I just do that with a piece of scrap wood that I have leftovers. So then it will be 14 centimeter, and that's enough. Here I draw the line to make the curve. And cut the planking, which will later turn out to be a big mistake. Then I screw on the extra planking I need to make the full height. It looks good. I need to reduce the height of the planks that I'm going to use. And the planks are 22mm high and I need 90mm. And it's quite important both for being able to bend them later and also for reducing the unnecessary weight. Here I start with laminating the two pieces that are going to be in the middle of the crossbeam. I add them to the curve cut mold that I made earlier. It's easiest to start in the end and work my way towards the other end. As you see here, I have added a few clamps in the sideway. That is to line up the two pieces of wood in a good way. Of course, there is a lot of sanding in between to make the surface smooth and even. And as before, I start with clamps in one end and work my way towards the other end. After a couple of days curing, when I'm certain that it's fully cured, I remove the clamps. And as you can see here, I have got a band now of 3 layers of planks. So then I can start on the other side of the crossbeam. A similar procedure here. I start with clamping in one end of the crossbeam and work my way towards the other end. After a couple of days I can remove the clamps. And now I have got 3 layers on both sides. To make the inside of the crossbeam watertight, I want to laminate it with glass fiber and also to strengthen the inside. I lay out pieces of glass fiber while I'm heating the garage to 20 degrees. Then I start laminating. So here I take 2 pieces of wood that I laminate together, and that will be the foundation for the mast. Here I use double gloves. First a pair of nitrile repeat use gloves, and then single use nitrile glove. And that is, if the glove breaks, it will still not be any epoxy on my skin. And after messing around with epoxy, it's best to remove the top glove and replace that with a pair of new gloves. To help the glass fiber to take the 90-degree bend, I use a piece of plastic which I pressure down with a plank or a stringer here, and use clamps to keep them in place. Now the top side plank. This is going to be on the upside of the bent crossbeam. To make this side also watertight, I place a layer of glass fiber and laminate that on the inside of the crossbeam as well. Carefully I'm placing this on the top and turning it over. Again, I start clamping from one side and working my way backwards to the other side. And after curing in a couple of days again, I can remove the clamps. I remove the excess glass fiber with a knife. Before I sand down the rest to an even surface. And now I can start sanding the crossbeam. And notice something dramatically wrong with the crossbeams. They are too short. So I have to do a pair of new crossbeams, longer this time, and I start over. Of course it goes a lot faster the second time. So this will take us up to the same end time point again with the second pair of crossbeams. Hang on. Now that both beams has cured over some days, it will be exciting to see how it turned out. And now we continue with some sanding on the excess glass fiber laminate. This time the cross beams are perfect. And I dared to cut them. Make place for the fitting to the towers on each arm. I planned the edges of the crossbeam, and now it's time to laminate the outside of the crossbeam. First I just fasten the glass fiber with a small string of epoxy. So now that epoxy has cured overnight, it's time to turn these over and take care of the next side. Finally, I cut off the excess glass fiber. Take care of some air bubbles. I sand everything, just a light sanding, except around the holes that I just made. And now I can cover the holes with few pieces of glass fiber. Now the cross beams are ready for use. Of course they will need a little bit of paint and a bit of sanding before the painting, but I'm quite happy with the result.